Consider the struggle not to think of something intrusive, a thought that stubbornly occupies your mind. It's akin to trying to grasp smoke. The more you chase it, the more elusive it becomes. This predicament serves as a metaphor for our approach to dissatisfaction in life. Imagine a room filled with balloons, each representing a different aspect of our general dissatisfaction. These balloons bear names like sadness, stress, anger, and boredom. We may think that by swatting these balloons away, we can rid ourselves of these negative emotions. However, as we try to eliminate one balloon, we inadvertently set others adrift. The more we fight to clear the room, the more balloons multiply and persist. Striving ironically for less dissatisfaction can often deepen it. Coined by philosopher Alan Watts, the backwards law highlights a paradoxical pursuit. The harder we chase happiness or contentment, the more we encounter disappointment. Ceasing the relentless pursuit, we might find ourselves unexpectedly closer to our goals. Letting go becomes the key. Allow the intrusive thoughts to fade and the metaphorical balloons of dissatisfaction to drift away. Our desire to dispel them will gently dissolve when we stop the struggle, bringing us nearer to what we truly seek. Beyond the pursuit of external accomplishments lies the enigmatic realm of our true desires. We often find ourselves yearning for tangible achievements like wealth, love, or power, believing these will lead to happiness and contentment. However, the backwards law invites us to probe deeper into the nature of our desires. Are these external trappings truly what we seek, or are they mere surface manifestations of something more profound? Alan Watts once posed a thought-provoking question. Why don't you really know what you want? 2 reasons that you don't really know what you want. Number 1, you have it. Number 2, you don't know yourself because you never can. This reflection challenges the very foundation of our desires. Watts suggests that our inability to define our deepest desires stems from a fundamental misunderstanding of ourselves and our desires' nature. If we already possess what we seek but fail to recognize it, our relentless pursuit of external achievements becomes a paradoxical endeavor. In our quest for these elusive desires, we often navigate life without a clear understanding of what we genuinely want. Seeking approval from outside sources, we amass treasures, forge connections, and notch achievements. Yet, in this relentless pursuit, our genuine yearnings become shrouded, lost amidst the clamor of societal expectations. The backward law calls for a profound reassessment, a daring challenge to chase what deeply echoes within our souls. Unveiling the facades, meticulously constructed for the world's eye, may reveal that what we truly seek outshines the ephemeral and the superficial. Happiness, often regarded as the ultimate goal of human existence, is a complex and elusive concept. Many of us spend our lives in relentless pursuit of happiness, believing it can be found in external circumstances, be it love, material possessions, or personal achievements. However, the backwards law challenges this conventional wisdom by suggesting that the more vigorously we seek happiness externally, the more elusive it becomes. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once posited, "Thus also, every keen pleasure is an error and an illusion, for no attained wish can give lasting satisfaction." According to this statement, pleasure can be fleeting if it is derived from external pursuits. Schopenhauer's perspective aligns with the idea that the more we chase after external circumstances we believe will bring happiness, the further we distance ourselves from genuine contentment. To truly comprehend this paradox, we must reflect on our relentless search for happiness and our tendency to equate it with external acquisitions. Our pursuit often stems from a profound misunderstanding of what happiness truly entails. The philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once said, "People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought which they seldom use." In a similar vein, we often seek external pleasures as compensation for our internal dissatisfaction, rarely delving into the depths of our thoughts and emotions. Our existence is often plagued by the collective delusion that obtaining external possessions or changing our circumstances will lead to a release from our pervasive sense of lack. This illusion is at the heart of our human predicament, which teaches us that striving for external change will alleviate our discontent. However, the backwards law illuminates the contrary truth. The more dissatisfied we are with our current circumstances, the more we suffer. Paradoxically, the greater the change we believe we need to find contentment, the less content we ultimately become. Imagine setting a lofty goal for yourself, such as the desire to become a millionaire, with the belief that achieving this wealth will equate to happiness. Pursuing this goal comes at a cost, as it requires immense effort and dedication. Yet simultaneously, being so far removed from that objective breeds unhappiness. Thus, the more desperately one seeks wealth, the poorer and more unworthy they feel, regardless of the money they accumulate. Friedrich Nietzsche offered a compelling perspective on the human tendency to set ambitious goals and strive relentlessly. He stated, "He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you." This quote underscores the notion that our ceaseless pursuit of external goals often shapes our identity and character in unexpected ways. As we fixate on these ambitions, we may inadvertently become consumed by them, ultimately distancing ourselves from the very contentment we seek. Arthur Schopenhauer delved deeply into the human condition, proposing a profound perspective on the nature of suffering and desire. He posited that humans are driven by an intrinsic, illogical force known as the will to live. This will is a continual striving that lacks direction, compelling us to relentlessly seek fulfillment. According to Schopenhauer, external achievements and acquisitions will not alleviate this persistent striving, which results in suffering. Schopenhauer's worldview centers on a perpetual sense of deficiency within our minds, a gnawing belief in the insufficiency of the present. Seeking solace, we chase after what appears more delightful, only to discover the same discontent we wish to evade upon arrival. "Every keen pleasure is an error and an illusion," he proclaimed, emphasizing that no fulfilled desire can bring about enduring contentment. Such a stance highlights the pointlessness of our constant quest for external joys and desires. To Schopenhauer, the will itself is the very force that prevents us from attaining what we desire most deeply. He argued that the only path to true contentment is the negation of this relentless will, a process that leads to a blissful state free from striving. In essence, Schopenhauer's philosophy aligns with the central tenet of the backwards law: stop trying to get it, and you'll have it. The more we strive, the further we move from our genuine desires, while the cessation of striving can lead us to the fulfillment we seek. Welcoming the wisdom of the backwards law, we embark on a journey to fulfillment along a less trodden path, one woven with threads of acceptance, not the relentless pursuit of more. Acceptance cradles the heart of this philosophy, a gentle embrace of life's inherent flaws, knowing well that imperfection blooms into contentment. Echoing through the ages, Lao Tzu's words whisper truths. Accept imperfection, and you feel perfect. Accept loneliness, and you feel content alone. We can revel in life's unpolished spots and find peace when we accept such insights, both deep and transformative. Letting go becomes an active engagement, a conscious choice to dance with existence's ebb and flow. Ceasing the chase for perfection, abandoning the flight from solitude, we free ourselves from the chains of self-crafted woes. This philosophy aligns seamlessly with the backwards law's core tenet, guiding us to release the futile struggle, to let go of the reins of control. Happiness, thus found in life's raw embrace, gifts us the present, a haven of tranquility, a break from the endless cycle of yearning and discontent. In conclusion, The backwards law flips our ingrained beliefs on their head. Seeking and grasping relentlessly for our desires might not be the path to true fulfillment. Embracing the present moment, with all its imperfections, might surprisingly lead to the peace we yearn for. Reflecting deeply on this philosophy opens up a new vista. Could letting go be the secret to holding on to happiness?